Flosstube.
Hello.
Were you ready?
No, but
okay. Welcome to Crafty Cottage Stitches. This is Flosstube number 45. And today is Sunday, July 10th. I'm Heather.
I'm Jeanette. Sorry, we didn't introduce ourselves till the end last time. But
and welcome to our Flosstube channel. We talk about cross stitching and crocheting and quilting and crafting and decorations and gardening and
Heather mostly gardening this time, I would say. Although I've started too, so
yeah.
Excuse the fingernails that are black
so bad.
All that.
And
so
tan mark on my nose. And
it's like 100 degrees.
It
not
is.
Really. The humidity
really
here lately has just been enough to. It's like you're breathing underwater or something, which is really weird. It's only been in the 70s, but it feels so much hotter.
It's so humid, and the bugs are terrible. You got your Scrappiness is happy.
Oh, I did. We'll have to show that.
Through that.
I had a bit of haul this time to show, but I have a little finish, and we totally forgot to get a design board. So, and I got totally sidetracked from everything because I got online, which is, well, that's a bit of overkill.
Well, not only that, we had a garage. Sorry, I keep picking that. We had a garage sale, a huge garage sale.
I went through all my fabric. I feel like it's been a long time, but it's only been 2 weeks.
I know. We've just done crazy stuff the last couple weeks. I cleaned out my whole entire garage, which it was like a hoarder's garage. So
yeah, it really was.
Looks really awesome. And I found some really cool stuff that I'm going to show you. Because I've had stuff packed in boxes for like what?
Since you moved there. Actually, probably
before
since,
that,
yeah.
Because there's like a lot of like glassware and like servingware stuff that I just keep packed away. But they don't need to be in cardboard boxes anymore. So
No, you need to look at them. So do you have this pattern on your phone? Because I totally forget.
No, and we've got construction going on in here too.
Yeah, so if my husband's finishing up, our cabinets come on Friday. So, and then they're going to start installing them the next week. So he's doing the final repair and all that. No. It's on from, I'll find it in a second. So I had a little baby finish. I finished my little strawberry basket. I thought I had a frame that was perfect for this, but I don't, so it'll go into the pile of not fully finished for a while. But it turned out so cute. I ordered the pattern off Etsy, and I will have to.
And it has cardinals on top.
Yeah, there's normally birds up here. Well, I think she includes 3 different sets of birds. Homestitchness.
There we go.
Yeah, so there it is. And that's who I ordered it from.
Homestitchness.
I think I changed the basket colors. This is all DMC, but everything else is the right color. But I want to say it's 834 and maybe a brown around that. I'm not sure.
So cute.
But I kind of matched my basket that I have in here. I just held it up and found a lighter version. But that's it. Hopefully, I thought I had.
That color, is that the one you did?
This is Winter Moon.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This is the 32 count. But I thought it showed off the flowers really
perfect
nicely.
For strawberries. That
it kind of really
color.
is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just soft and pretty. What was I going to say?
Sorry.
Yeah.
You finished off something?
Oh, I thought I had the cutest little frame, and Nancy stitched this same thing, and she's like, shows me a frame that she had, and I'm like, that's the one I thought I had. They're square, but then they have like an oval or a circle mat almost, but of the same frame. I thought I had one, but I don't. So, but I'm going to keep looking. There, you see them a lot at thrift stores or antique shops. So I know.
Well,
so
we
now
would have
she
seen
has
it now because we went through all of our stuff for the garage sale.
And I've looked. I looked this morning to see if I could find it. Sorry, it's really warm in here.
Now the sun just kicked in,
and I kept forgetting stuff downstairs. So of course I ran up and down the stairs like 5 times. So, but that's my little finish. I didn't get back to my gingerbread because I got completely obsessed with something.
Yeah, we did.
Completely obsessed with something. So did you?
Are we ready to talk about that?
Well, sure. But I gotta find what I was obsessed with, and then.
Oh, it's not those?
No.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
Okay.
But the reason why I did.
We went down a little bit of a rabbit hole.
Totally.
One day.
I'll let Heather, So I was watching.
I started mine.
I was watching. I can't remember who it was that did it, but they did the. You guys have all been stitching the bee patterns from
Primrose Cottage Stitches.
Yes.
Is it bee rule? Hive rules.
Yeah, but I saw another one.
Oh,
that I got
that's right.
obsessed
It's
with.
the sampler.
The ABC sampler. Let me get the name
Yeah.
of it because I want to show you guys because it's just so stinking cute. So I got on their Etsy and started looking around, and that's really dangerous for me. So let me find this. Sorry, we weren't prepared.
Because we've always talked about how we
loved it.
how their patterns are so cute, but none of us had any of their patterns.
Well, I had their I have some quilt patterns.
Oh yeah, but I mean the cross stitching patterns. I'm I know, but do we want to start that right now? Do we want to start down that rabbit hole?
I know. It's okay, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna wait a little bit for it. So anyway, so I got online. I got on their Etsy, and that's the one I ended up buying because I loved it, but I started looking around. And I became completely obsessed.
Yes.
So
you saw somebody finish it a certain way?
I saw someone finish the bee one in a little pillow, and it was just so cute. And I thought, I have to do that. I have to do that. Yeah. But I haven't. Seriously, I haven't even started that. So what I became obsessed with...
Because we were on a fall kick all of a sudden. What got us on a fall kick?
I don't know. Our gray weather, maybe.
Yeah.
It's been hot, but it's just been weird.
It went from night... Was that before?
We had 93 to 64 or something.
Yeah, it was really hot the last time we had the Flosstube. It was 90... It went 90, 93, 94, 65.
Ew.
Which was really nice, honestly, but...
So, do you remember how I said I was only gonna... If I started anything, I didn't feel like I needed to start anything. I was gonna do the Brenda Gervais Christmas in July. Well, I saw this.
I don't even remember that.
I saw this. Yeah, because you were doing the patriotic one, and I wanted to do...
Oh, that's right.
The Christmas. I was like, I don't need to start anything. I don't have the urge. But I saw this. And I thought, I have to do that. And I have to do it now. And so I ordered this. I actually ordered the bee one off their Etsy. But because I had to order fabric, I went ahead and I wanted to actually have a paper copy of this one.
Yeah, and their paper
These
copies
are
are really, really nice.
They're super.
They're like the old Prairie Schoolers.
They're like the old Prairie Schoolers. So... The second I got this, literally. In fact, I have all the flosses because I just went ahead and bought the floss and everything because I figured I love these colors, so I'll just use those for other fall things. They're all laid out on my coffee table. I haven't even wound them. They're just in little piles because I started stitching.
Pretty.
Yeah, and...
Well, yeah, and you started stitching.
Let me see.
Oh my gosh, that sun.
We really do have air conditioning. So, I started stitching... And this is how far I got. Oh my goodness. Look at these colors. Look at them. Fall is my favorite thing to stitch. And I love it. Love, love, love her patterns. So this started Heather on a...
Fanning myself's making me hotter. I think.
That's because then it cools down.
Yeah.
But look at their patterns are so nice. So anyway... this is I started this, I got my fabric, Wednesday. This is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I don't have a lot of time to stitch. These work up so quickly. I'm not normally a text person. Heather always is, but this is so cute. And I think I'm going to probably finish it a lot like they have on the pattern. Because it's just cute. I'm not sure if I'll do a bow because I'm not really a bow person, but we'll see. Depends on where I find to
yeah, that's too big for the shutter, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Although I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
So Heather got started on something too because I bought some patterns.
Vintage.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is on 28 count because I figured I wanted it. Yeah, I wanted it cross stitchy looking, but also because my eyes bother me so much. I'm able to work on this very easily at night, which is usually the only time I stitch. So it's vintage smoky white. I think sometimes we call it stormy white. It's not. It's vintage smoky white.
I mess it up all the time.
I mess it up all the time, sorry. But this is 28 count, and it's so nice and easy to stitch on. Oh, you're going to use a little one then?
Yep. So then I ordered This Is Halloween and a couple other
I was going to say, and
patterns,
a few others.
And I started it. And this actually, now that the sun's not going to shine in here, but I'm using the black DMC Etoile for a couple of the words.
Sparkly?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
For this pattern, because it's very cutesy and Halloweeny, so.
Yeah, that'll be super
And
cute.
I picked all my own colors for the floss.
I am going...
So I'll show you.
I'm going 100% with her colors. I just, when the bag came, I was like, I'm just sticking with it. They're beautiful. I don't think I've changed anything. I love it. And I'm not ready for fall yet. We just started summer.
Yeah.
I've seen that some people are starting to decorate for fall on YouTube.
What?
Yes. And I'm like, no. We've only had summer for like a week and kind of enjoying it.
I have way more colors pulled than I probably will use.
Oh, you switched to fancy floss.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my fancy floss. So.
Yeah, you know, and I thought this would be very easy to convert for that, but it's been such a fun stitch, just not even thinking about it, just doing what she said, and it works. So
right there. For it.
Well, yeah, write those down because I'll do that too for that one.
I don't know if I'll use them all. There's just so many words and things. I figured I'll play around with it. And this is going to be my big project that I take on our trip to Michigan, because I'm going to show you I kitted up a bunch of stuff for that, but they're small.
Well, you can go ahead and show that because that was all the stitching I did. I was kind of obsessed. I finished the little strawberry.
I'll show you the other patterns I bought from them too.
But you guys know we're crazy.
I guess I should be doing this one because it's summer. I also bought their summertime.
Yeah, but you're not going to finish that to display this summer, so.
I'll probably kit it up as I'm looking through, because I didn't finish kitting up one of the things that I'm stitching in Michigan, or, bringing just in case. Halloween Kisses.
That's super cute.
Yeah, Halloween Kisses. So cute. Which
I like the way that's finished, too.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll bring fabric for this, and then I'll just use the same colors from the Halloween. This is Halloween one.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then,
are you going to stitch it on black? It's really cute on black.
Yeah, I think I will. I'll bring
or that charcoal I got you.
Where is that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I just looked through my fabric before I came here.
Let me look again through mine. I think I got, what did we get? 20?
I have like black Ada.
I like it. I like stitching on black Ada. It's very stress-free to me.
Stiff in my hand.
It is stiff, but.
So I got that. And then I'll show you what I've kitted up. In theory, I'll be working on these on our trip to Michigan. Right now, what takes up all my time is gardening and
she's out
my
there
house.
Well, the garage sale was kind of a little bit of
a
time sucker, that's for sure.
Out.
I got rid of over half of my fabric, though. And kind of my prayers were answered. I had bagged up stuff. I had I'm not even going to tell you guys how many bags of fabric. Like 2.5 gallon bags?
Yes.
And I just stuffed like colors in them. And I had a lot. So I was hoping and praying that
older fabric.
Yeah. I mean, yes, definitely. Yeah. Because I think now the way I quilt more so is lines. I see a fig tree or Lori Holt will come out with something and it's like, but I want to do current, even though I have a lot of older fabric. And I do need to use some of that up, but I did save some.
When you were into a different style.
A lot was very country.
Yes.
And I still love country cottagey, but I'm definitely more cottagey and lighter colors. So anyway, I bagged up a lot of fabric. And we literally had a table because she had some too. Mm-hmm. And
I like apparel fabric.
Someone showed up that actually did quilts for Project Linus and was for her church group. And they send them everywhere. So we gave them all to her.
Well, yeah, because we hadn't had much interest in them.
Well, people showed up an hour early.
I had a lady show up the day before.
Yeah. which was really cool. We got rid of everything, and it
was crazy.
Like 4 hours of nonstop, not sit down. But anyway, so someone showed up that was a quilter, but she did charity quilts. So we just loaded the back of her car, and it was really wonderful. Excited. Had I known someone like that would show up, I probably would have gotten rid of even more. But I'm kind of leaning, I really want to do a lot more applique, and a lot of that fabric is for applique. It's colors and subtle prints and things, because I used to love applique, and so I collected a lot of that, and I'm kind of leaning back
to that. Yeah, well, that thing you just sent me this morning on.
Yes, absolutely. But I'm not gonna.
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start that anytime soon. But I have everything to do it with. And I'll show you guys that after. It'll probably be after Christmas. I'm kind of a new obsession for me. Oh, that's cute.
We'll see if I get time to cross stitch while I go. We're going for 2 weeks. In theory, I'm not gonna have all of the things that have been sucking my time right now. But also, I mean, we're going to have other things that are sucking our time while we're on vacation.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. So the first one I kitted up is the Strawberry Freebie by Lizzie Kate.
I've never seen that.
Somebody sent this to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before. It's super cute.
Or maybe did they send it to me or did they email it? I don't know. It's really cute though. So I kitted... And that should be a quick one. Kitted these up together.
Those are almost exactly like my Christmas Afghan colors.
Yes. And somehow I'm stuck in here.
That'll be cute on there.
And then my next one, I don't have a lot of the colors kitted up for this. And I haven't decided between if I'm going to do the Santa or the snowman first.
But, which one? The snowman caught your eye first.
Yeah, but I was going to do him for Valentine's Day. And adjust him a little bit.
Super cute.
This is a fabric I picked out. I was kind of struggling because I'm like, well, in here, he's blue. I don't want to do him blue, but if I do him red, then his heart can't be red.
No.
So I've got to think on him a little bit. But I think he'd be really cute on this aqua color.
He would.
Which is when he died years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure you could outline the heart or something, but...
Yeah.
Or do that heart in pink.
For Christmas?
Oh, I thought you said Valentine. No,
for Santa.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Maybe glittery white.
Yeah, I think the heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be super cute.
Yeah. Or like make it a snowflake instead or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then I've decided, because I talked about this last week, I saw on Stitching with the Waves that Jennifer does, she's stitching ornaments for her girls. So they have ornaments, you know, when they move out. And so I wanted to start doing that for Evie, which I tried to explain to her this morning, and she was like, what house? What house would I be moving into? I was like, I know, you know, when you grow up and you have your own house, your own Christmas tree. She goes, but I'll miss you. And I said, that's her thing right now. Everything.
Yeah, she's very
down
free.
to like garbage. She'll miss it. I said, well, I know I'll miss you too, but we'll see each other all the time. And she goes, I'll just still live here with you. And I was like, whatever. I'm making you ornaments for your Christmas tree.
Christmas tree in your bedroom.
Yes.
Oh, that kid. She's hilarious.
So I'm gonna do it. Like
yeah, those would be good.
And
same colors.
They're not.
Oh, real? Oh, they're not.
They're
the
not.
green is just slightly different.
But I am gonna try and keep some of those colors
throughout
for the Annie Bees too.
Oh, I thought
just because it would be kind of nice to only have like a few DMCs on our trip.
True.
I'm trying to kind of, you know, make it a little bit easier. I'll bring that Primrose one.
Yeah, that'll be cute.
And then I also want to do another one of these.
Apparently we've moved on to fall.
Yeah, I have. I did him last year and he was really cute. I'm trying to decide between the Scarecrow and the Big Owl, what I want to start next.
And I have the haunted house and the skeleton done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get those put into something. I'll probably do like you did, the little checkerboard
This
squares around it. That was super cute.
Is an awful color, but I'm going to try and dye it orange.
That is not my color.
No, so that's what I think I dyed this.
Is that the platinum we got and then tried to do
I
other
don't
stuff
know.
too? It's not awful.
It smells like coffee.
Yeah, yes it does.
Okay.
And I don't like that.
It's something that we've like tried to finagle with, and then it just looks like...
Every time I try to do a color like that, it
just turns out terrible.
And it always looks good on it. It's just, I try to picture that somewhere in my house, because I know a lot of people use like the vintage country mocha, and I see it and it's like, oh, that's so pretty. And fall colors and Halloween colors go so well on it. But
It's
then
like
I walk into like my living room with it and it's like, oh, that's just, it looks
well,
completely
honestly, these would
wrong.
be pretty.
See, they always look good.
But I think I'm going to try and, because last year I did the skeleton on orange, and it turned out so cool. So I'm going to see what I can do with this to also make it an orange.
Yeah, I really loved that orange you did.
So I have that kitted up, and then I have the Etoile black to mix in there too if I wanted to, because that's what I did with the skeleton.
Boy, you kitted up a lot, and oh, that is going to be perfect on there.
I think so too.
It's so cute.
Olga's Tart, which I keep calling Helga's Tart when I talk to Holly about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's like, which one's that one?
I know. She's like, I've never heard of that. She's also not a cat person, so.
I've really been wanting a cat lately.
No, you don't. You can have mine.
No,
She's
I
gross.
don't. Hers is
She's so annoying.
obnoxious.
We love her.
She's so cute and the
She
softest
is,
little
but man, she escapes every chance she gets. She was out on that day. In fact, it was Flosstube, the Flosstube day.
The and garage sale day she was out.
Oh yeah, that was normal.
What is
but
going under the trees back there? Oh my gosh, it's a cat.
The last day we did Flosstube, and it ended up being like a 93-degree day. But then the weather broke that evening, so it cooled down really quickly. And so I was outside after Evie was in bed gardening. And I turn around and my cat's just like, she sneaks down the side of the house. She like creeps. But nobody had used the door that she escapes from in probably like 6 hours. My husband had run to the grocery store. So she had been outside for like 6 hours. We had no idea. And
She likes the heat though.
She does.
She loves being out in the hot.
Well, she's an old lady.
Mm-hmm.
She likes...
This is going to be super cute.
I am going to do Olga's Tart. Probably, yeah. On this.
Are you changing colors?
Oh yeah, very much so. I'm gonna do a mix of these two together to make the cat, because then it will look like my kitty cat.
She's really beautiful.
She really is, but
It's super
gross.
soft.
She bites, and now she attacks Evie. Totally
provoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
and she's
like
not like,
she's just walking down the
she just
hall
hisses
being-
at her and smacks towards her.
They're like
So there. That'll be
sibling
cute.
rivalry. That'll be really cute. I'm excited to see it on there.
So that's what I have kitted up for
Can
my
I see
Michigan trip.
this pattern?
Yeah.
I think I would do it called for, but
Oh, I think it'd be super cute.
yeah,
called
I
for,
love
but
it. Every time I see someone do it, I just fall in love with it.
I think I'm gonna do. See, I grabbed Autumn Leaves, which is a very different kind of variegation. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
all
really
different
pretty.
colors. But I think I'm gonna do the little flowers in that, because I think that'd be pretty.
Oh yeah,
Maybe like a red flower here and there or something, like mums.
super cute.
So that's what I have kitted up. We'll see. But I also have a few weeks until I go. So maybe I'll get some started in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Maybe not. We'll see.
I'm still obsessed with the fall one. I actually haven't stitched on it for a day or two, but what's my plans to continue on with my current obsession? And maybe get back to the bee one that I bought that brought me there in the first place. But
Did you start it?
no.
My issue once again is fabric.
Well, I would do that on white, but I think I want to do it on 40 count. So, which is why I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because I ordered that fabric, everything. I wanted to do the fall one, like right there.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. And hopefully, I actually, when I was going through all my fabric, I found all my little frames and stuff. So my pile of non-completely finished stuff is huge now. So I just need to spend a few hours and go through the frames I have and see what I can get finished up. I have 2 of the little Halloween things I need to do something with.
Yeah, I have Strawberries and Stripes, which I loved stitching. I still haven't finished that. Like, fully finished it. I have the October wordplay.
Oh, yeah.
The Ho 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 from Frosted Pumpkin.
Yes.
Is it Frosted Pumpkin?
The little deer. No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Tiny Modernist?
No, it's Frosted Pumpkin.
It's Frosted Pumpkin.
The little deer is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have
They have the cutest stuff.
Butt First Coffee.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to put that in a pillow.
Probably. I just still need to do it.
It's summertime.
Yeah.
I remember years ago I met this lady through my husband's work. We went to like a barbecue over there and she did crafts. She quilted and did all kinds of beautiful things. But it was summertime and I'm like, oh, are you working on a quilt? She goes, oh, no. My garden is a full-time and my kids, and that's all I have time for in the summer. And that's kind of the season of life you are in now.
Yep.
Evelyn is a full-time job. She is so funny.
I'm glad everybody else can laugh. We were in the garage the other day.
Funny.
Because she loves being in the garage. Because she's like a hoarder in training. And we're gotta nip
No
that
training.
In the bud.
She's got it pretty much down
She's
to
She's a pack rat. She stashes stuff.
You were just like that.
Everybody tells us that now. Or like, yeah, Max's mom will be like, oh yeah, you used to be like that. I'm like,
yeah.
Nobody mentioned these things before we...
She's hilarious.
She's really funny and she's really smart. But, man, she's a handful. We were out in the garage the other day and I was cleaning and going through stuff and breaking down boxes, whatever. And I was actually FaceTiming you.
We were on.
I don't even know what we were talking... Because we were planning for the next step. This was after the garage sale. But they were moving their kitchen cabinets to my garage for when we renovate our kitchen. But I had the garage door cracked like this much because it's hot out there. It's stuffy. It's just kind of nice to have
sun
airflow.
blares in
Yeah,
there,
I've got a big window in the garage on the one side, and that's where the sun beats down late in the afternoon. I look over. She's taken her shoes off, and she's like climbing under the garage door.
No, she was sitting there.
She was sitting there, yeah.
And you told her to get away from there.
You need to get away from there. You're not in a safe spot.
If you could have seen the look she got on her face and looked at her like...
That's what she does. Like, watch this.
It was so
What
funny.
do you think she did next? Rolled under the door, took off running up to her front porch.
Yeah, but you don't know if
but
she's going to
I don't have time to go back to open the garage door anymore because I want to be right there with her because she's so unpredictable. And so what did I have to do? Also roll under the garage door, which has like spider webs stuck underneath
I'm like...
We've got our brand new neighbors that just moved in across the street. I'm like, she's probably watching me. Like,
I'm seeing her under the
I'm wearing
door.
like, these are my garage clothes that I don't let anybody outside see me in. I'm like in Crocs and like ripped up shorts and like my hair's wet from the shower I just took.
The look on her face when she knew what she was going to do.
I want to play my playhouse. And I'm like, no, you're going inside and you lost garage privileges.
It was hilarious.
No, it wasn't.
Was funny.
But our brand new neighbors have a 3-year-old, so that's really exciting.
On the plus side, she heard her throwing.
On the plus side, I hear her screaming sometimes too, and I'm like, okay, I'm not alone in this.
No.
Because she will scream bloody murder.
I didn't have that.
Just over ridiculous stuff.
I mean, I remember a few fits, but not like this one. Whew. It cracks me up, but Heather does not think it's quite...
No, because funny. I'm envisioning myself on an airplane with this, like, maniac in a couple weeks.
But she loves to be out. She loves to go places. So I think
the airplane will be totally.
She just gets bored and has to figure out something to torture her mother with. Is what it is. Because when we're out in public, she does well. Occasionally she started, but I think she embarrasses herself. So maybe that'll keep her a little bit.
She wasn't embarrassed.
I don't know.
That one.
Yeah. Sometimes.
One more story. We were standing in line to get lunch at Qdoba.
There was nobody in there. We walked in and
there was somebody behind us as we walked in, and it was an older man, which is like no for her. She doesn't like old guys. And so apparently she had noticed him, and he went directly over to pick up his like whatever online order and left. Well, then somebody came behind us in line.
But she was like dancing around facing forward.
Yeah. But then she turned around. Well, the person behind us was a lady, probably my age. Yeah, but she had very short hair under a hat, and the old guy had a hat on. And she was wearing similar colors. And so she's like dancing around, and she turns and then sees the lady, thinking it's the old man, and she screams like
ear piercing.
Like she had just seen a dead body. Like that kind of scream, because it was like a terrified scream, not a I'm throwing a fit scream.
It's like, how'd you get
And then she like stopped herself. And I was like, we all jumped. I was like, what happened?
She got stabbed or what?
No, so I picked her up and she starts giggling.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, and the lady starts giggling. I'm like, I'm really sorry. I don't know what.
Just caught her off.
Yeah, what happened there, and we all just laughed. But it was like outrageous.
I don't know. It was funny. But anyways. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's the stage I'm in right now.
Yeah.
And so I go outside and put on my headphones and shut out the world once she's sleeping. So
she doesn't sit in and cross stitch.
No. And then my husband has to get me when it's like dark outside. He's like, "Are you gonna come in?"
Maybe. I actually stayed out quite late last night.
Yeah, and I'll be able to the next couple of nights. I'll be able to just stay out there.
I like when it gets really, really, really warm, but the sun starts going down a little bit.
In my front yard, it does. It goes down over there.
I love being out there.
Nice.
I came in last night. I had worked outside. I was too, and I came up. My feet were black, and I wear shoes. My hands were black, and I told my husband, I said, "Look at me." He goes, "Yeah, that's disgusting."
Yeah,
I had dirt everywhere.
I did too, because I dug up a 6-year-old shrub, which took me hours. And man, I was like on my hands and knees in the like really soft dirt.
Love it.
And I would like, I would get the shovel underneath there, and this happened a couple times where then it would like give finally, and dirt would literally splash my face, and I would be like spitting it out.
Isn't that the best feeling though when you shower afterwards? It's like you feel like you've just been
did like a salt scrub.
Yeah, like all over.
But I also was creeped out because I've never seen the amount of aphids on one bush before.
Well, that's my neighbor.
I thought it was part of
actually cut down a tree because it was so infested with aphids. I have never heard of that before because insecticidal soap will get rid of them.
Or just like blasting them with a jet hose.
But it was a big tree, and I guess it was completely. I don't know. We now need to plant a tree there, but it kind of changed the whole
crazy, but.
Kind of changed the whole
feel
of my backyard, but that's okay. It's their tree, so they can do what they want. But aphids are terrible this year.
Bugs are terrible this year. Like I'm gonna have to buy bug spray, which we never do. But
no,
I'm covered in.
We just have ants like crazy.
We've got mosquitoes so bad at our house.
So your cross stitching is basically whatever you feel like when you feel like.
Basically, and I'm hoping to do it. I just need to like make myself do it in Michigan. I know I'll have time to because we'll just be sitting around chatting and stuff like at night anyways. And I know because
it depends on how much you run. It's tiring.
Yeah, but then when we come back, we're going back to because we fly in and then it's a 5-hour drive to the Upper Peninsula, which is where his family lives from Detroit. And so when we fly back, we're going back to Detroit a couple days early. And we got a little like Airbnb / fancy hotel. And we're going to go to the zoo and stuff. But we'll have time back at the hotel where I don't have any of my other stuff that keeps me busy. I'll have time to sit down and cross stitch. In theory. I don't have laundry. I will have laundry when we're...
A ton. When you get back.
Well, and we'll do laundry while we're there.
It doesn't
'Cause
bother
it's
you
2
going
weeks.
into that kind of time zone? I mean, you guys stay up
No.
late anyway, I guess, but
Because I think we're going to try and stay on our same schedule so she's not so jacked up when we come back. So then she's like going to bed at 10 their time. We'll see.
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do well with change like that.
I don't know.
When we went to Europe, when we moved there, oh my gosh, I had the worst time. That everybody would be sleeping and I'd be wide awake. And for months, literally, it was terrible, but I don't do well that way. But anyhow, mine is just to finish my autumn rules because that's really fun. And it's super easy. It's on 28 count.
I think I need to dye some fabric.
I like that.
Too.
I actually got a
orange.
big chunk of that, so I'll be able to do a few things on there for fall.
Kind of want to order more of that too. That's like my fabric right now. The vintage smoky.
Yeah, and 2
white.
2/2 looks great on there. So
That's what it's called, right? Vintage
smoky white.
Okay.
I think. No, it is.
Because there's one that we used to do that was vintage smoky night, right?
No, we got smoky gray. There's a smoky gray too, I think, or something. I don't know. It's vintage smoky white. All right. So have you been crocheting?
Nope.
I have. Just a little bit. Because once I got, I added to my pile. These are the ones I've made in the last, actually it was probably the first week after.
Guess we had 4th of July happen too.
Yeah, we did. We stayed, what did we do? We stayed home.
You guys were working on your
We
kitchen.
worked on our kitchen. But I added a few more of these. I'm really going to regret not doing that. I just need to take one day and just put them in there.
I brought crochet. We went to a little barbecue next door. Me and our neighbors had a little barbecue.
And we were invited, but we just really need to prep for this kitchen. I think he tore the rest of our kitchen out that day, didn't he, or something?
Yeah. I brought crochet, but my kid's needy, so.
She is. Oh, she really is. It's funny. I did some quilting.
I didn't.
You guys want to see that?
Yeah.
And I think I need to, let me grab the pattern.
I'm gonna grab this book.
Ah! Huh?
Ow. I'm gonna grab this book.
Oh, yeah.
My
I have a bit of
body
haul too, but oh goodness. So I worked on, if you remember, I won that kit from Fiji Mama Quilts.
Oh yeah.
So I started this, and I actually could be finished. This is the easiest quilt to put together. Now when I do mine, I'm only doing 3x4. And what I ended up doing is I made another square, and then I'm going to do a table topper with the other 4. So I got...
Oh.
What?
That was my neck.
Oh, I got all my flags done. You guys can... This is the easiest quilt. You actually could do... I think if you really pushed it, you could probably do the whole thing in a day. But I got 16 squares done in no time at all. Now, I had a little bit of a head start because the kit had the squares and the stripes cut out. Not the white, but the other. So I had to cut out the white, but that was it. I changed some of the colors, some of the squares, which was nice because I had all my fabric all organized and by color and everything. So that was wonderful. So that's all done. But so I was able to switch out a few of these. She had a little bit more aqua than I wanted. But I just switched out a few of that and added a couple of my fabrics in here. I think those are all the ones she put in there. But I have, so because the fabric, I picked out my 4 favorites for the table runner. Not runner. I'm going to do a table square just so you can kind of... Did I already show that one? Oh, anyway, I picked out my 4 favorites will be the table topper. So I made a huge mistake when I did it. I am used to, number one, working with pre-washed fabric. So just a hint, if you guys make this quilt, it is super easy. but it's also super easy if you don't pre-wash your fabric, and I starch mine when I'm ironing it, to stretch these out a little bit. So I ended up having to trim mine down about 1/4 of an inch so they're all the same size. And now I won't have to battle with it because I had the sashing. Sorry about that. We weren't paying attention.
Ran out of time.
So just a heads up, be careful to press these, not to iron them like I did, and I distorted the poo out of them. So I just trimmed them down a little bit, and now it'll be easy to put together. But it's a fun quilt to put together. Super easy. I know. Super easy. All done. And so I'm going to put, I went out and got this for the sashing. It's a Lori Holt. I think it's in her plaid. I think it was the same.
That is so cute.
Yeah, same time as the plaid. I think it's part of that line, but I think it'll be cute as the sashing to add to that beachy, low volume look that we love so much. And then if you remember, I don't know if I showed this last time, but that's what I got for the back. And I'm going to use it for the binding too. So it'll be fun. I actually was working on it before Heather showed up, and I'll get that together. I think for the rest of July, I'm just going to finish up some of the kind of Americana things I've been working on.
Now I want a quilt.
Don't you though? I got a book that I pre-ordered, and Heather just saw it for the first time. And it's awesome.
My house also is to the point where I'm like, I'm just going to let it match. Let it burn to the ground. My laundry is behind.
Not laundry. That's a nightmare to me.
Well, we had like Facebook people we were waiting for to pick up things, and it just, I don't know, it paralyzes me when I've got so much going on. And my kid has to eat every 5 minutes, so
She does.
I have decided
Just now, actually.
That, remember I bought all of that blue and white fabric for my husband's quilt for, he's a Tottenham Hotspurs fan, which is a soccer team in the UK. And he wanted me to make him a quilt with those colors, so I bought him a bunch of dark blues and white. I think I'm going to do it like this. A Patchwork Swoon. Is this the same? Is this his? The other one's not Patchwork, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be really cool, though.
No, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you have a bunch of different fabrics. The other one wouldn't work for that.
No, it would be sad. It would be quick, and I could be like, I made you a quilt like you wanted.
I'm actually going to do the giant Swoon
this will
with her new line coming out in the fall.
What is it?
Her new line?
Mm-hmm.
Dwell.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful. There's a lot of grays.
Yeah.
I like grays in my family room and stuff.
So I might start cutting out for that in the next couple of months and work on sewing that together in the fall once we get out of garden season.
Yeah, I really wanted to do in theory, because not in reality, because I still have the Swoon to finish up my strawberry one. Still haven't found the fabric to go, so I'm not rushing that. But the summer Swoon along, I'm seeing everybody's progress, and they're beautiful. So, but I do have one planned. Here, you want to hold that? And I've got a little bit of haul. Where did you put that pattern?
What pattern?
The other Swoon. Oh, never mind. So I am going to start one in the fall. We're actually, Nancy, Kathy, and I are going to start September 1st. We're going to start the next Swoon. I think it's Nancy's first Swoon. But I want to do this one.
Then maybe I'll aim to start this
one. There you go.
On September 1st.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the big one. She's going to do that one.
The giant one.
Nancy's going to do this Swoon 16 that I just did. I love these fabrics in the Swoon 16, but I just did that one, so I really wanted to do her original. And I got my Nantucket Summer. And I can't even tell you.
That's going to be for your bedroom, right?
This is for my bedroom. It's going to be so pretty and fresh and just gorgeous. So I love it. I'm probably going to stick, of course, more towards the low volume side of it. But Yeah, I love it. So,
Oh, she makes this easy.
but there's no way I can start this right now. I need to finish up the flag. I felt like I really need to get that put together though, because I want it and I've been kind of obsessed with it. But I also got, oh darn, I almost dropped that, some fabric to make a blue and white quilt. And then these are all going to be like throw pillows and I don't know, different things. I order from Hunny Quilts on Etsy a lot. She has great service. I had pre-ordered this.
I really like ordering from her too.
I do too. Anyway, I pre-ordered this, and so look how cute she packages it up. It's just adorable.
Selvage is a weird color, like glow-in-the-dark paint.
Oh, kind of is weird, huh?
Yeah.
Well, her background is
just
not
so fuzzy. Yeah. I don't know. It looks
I
like
like to see it in person because I think I had said sometimes the backgrounds to me are way creamy, but this is like soft, beautiful, beautiful white. So I had thought I was going to order the plain background. In fact, I had messaged Camille what color goes with this perfectly, but I honestly think I'm going to probably do a tone on tone to give it even more of a blended look. That's not a lot, but I like the tone on tone kind of look, so I think I'm sorry about that. That was a hunk of fabric, but the blue and white is going to be for the Lighthouse quilt.
Well, and she bought this book for me.
No. I pre-ordered that the second she announced it. You can look at it for a little bit, but I haven't even had time to sit there and go because I love to look at all the pictures and stuff. So if you had pre-ordered, you got this pattern along with it free. But I think that I'm not sure when this comes out. You'll have to order it later from It's So Emma Backorder Shop. I'm sure everybody will have it at one time, but I mean, look at this. Look how cute. That's just like art right there, right?
See that one? That one's funky.
But yeah, that was a fun book to get in the mail. The annoying thing was Nancy got hers like 2 days before. She's like, you're just gonna love this book. I'm like, okay, but I don't have mine, so.
The butterfly one is so cool for Evie's room.
It is. Yeah, so Heather's not taking this with her, but if you don't have this book and you have piles of fabric, you need this book. So, although I feel like all of her books have
just basic, that
you can use that are great,
interchangeable.
Yeah, but this is beautiful. Maybe I'll this evening sit out in my front yard. I've got my garden planted. It's so sad. Isn't it like everything's like little short baby garden, but it'll be cute eventually. I had said I was only going to do the one little rectangle part, but because Heather keeps dragging me to garden centers, it's jumped across the path now to where there's like a little corner.
The other day when you went to Home Depot, I wasn't with you.
No.
You had just gotten an order of plants.
Our Home Depot just got a whole new refresh of everything, and
we had been there like 2 days before because I was looking for a citronella plant.
A little sparse, and now it's all fluffed up and beautiful again. Maybe it's because of our weather. I don't know.
Our Lowe's just like one of our Lowe's just like didn't water their plants through the 90-degree weather.
Made me sick.
It was really, really horrible.
I mean, Heather got some. Did you bought some clearance? Yeah, you did. You bought some clearance.
I bought some other stuff that Abby picked out. Celosia.
That's kind of, I've seen a lot of people planting that this year.
They do it in their cut flower garden.
It's payback because Heather used to like the weirdest, bizarrest flowers in orange and yellow, and I'm cottage garden, pink, purple, whatever. And so now Evie's picking all those super bright colors too.
It's like, all right. So I planted her butterfly garden with that.
It
actually looks pretty cute in there.
I bought a stock tank, so I'm going to put a pollinator garden. My neighbor's living room window, I'm thinking it's their living room or dining room. Anyway, it's one of their main windows on their house, faces the side of our house that's the other side that, on the other side of the garage, you don't normally, I don't know. You should care because I kind of garden for the neighbors too, but it's basically a concrete pad in the side of our garage.
But that's great. She also has very old like hydrangeas there.
There's a row of there's 8 hydrangea there, and I cut them way back this year and crossed my fingers that they were reblooming, and they are reblooming. They've got buds all over them. They're happy. They're not like laying all over. They've been refreshed and they're very happy. But that's the only thing they could see beside a concrete pad that was extra parking, which we don't use because, we have the driveway. So anyway, they have like a wraparound porch, and so they sit next to this concrete pad. And I was like, I don't want them to have to see that because that's where they sit on their porch. I don't really see it over there, but I've decided now that that's going to be where my veggie garden's going to be.
Yeah.
And
nice and hot and sunny.
It's hotter than heck over there.
Yeah.
So I bought a stock. Actually, Heather bought me a stock tank because she took all of
them.
Yeah. And So she bought me a stock tank to kind of go, replace the 12 you or whatever. And so that's going to be a pollinator garden because they have 2 little ones. They have a 3-year-old, which is very much like her 3-year-old
and younger,
I'm sure, and a baby.
Yeah.
But I want them to have pretty because that's also their main walkway to their backyard. So I got a bunch of brighter flower colors, pollinator kind of plants to put in the stock tank. And then eventually we want to take the fence down. 3 bins of strawberries. I got 2 big barrels, and I'm going to plant blueberries in that. So they'll have something prettier to look at. And I'll probably put one more stock tank.
And it'll be functional for you.
I'll be able to do tomatoes or whatever in there. More so jalapenos because I prefer and cilantro and maybe
you want green beans too.
So I'll do that over there so they have something pretty to look at. And then eventually we want to take down half the fence, put like a picket fence there, and I want to plant an apple tree over there.
Yeah.
So it'll kind of be my little small food area because I don't like to do a lot of that. Strawberries I do. Pumpkins I love to grow, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to.
Mine are starting to take off a little bit. I don't know if we just.
I'm not sure how I got off on that tangent, but that's what we've been doing. It's just kind of been. I feel like it's been way longer than 2 weeks because there has been.
Oh, so you weren't going to go garden about that much, and then.
No, but I kind of got. Yeah, she's been dragging me, but it's been kind of fun. Yeah. So.
I got bark delivered.
With that. Were we going to take some time off?
What?
Do one more YouTube and then take the month of August off?
Yeah. I think we're going to because I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks and then I'm going to come back and that's going to be my garden. Well, you have to take care of my garden when I'm gone.
Yeah, I realized that this morning. So she's got.
I've been thinking about it the whole time.
She's got to get everything in the ground over the next couple weeks because.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
You have to because I can't maintain it out. It's way too.
I mean, I did. So. I planted 19 plants the other day in the butterfly garden.
Because she keeps buying all these clearance plants. Now I don't want to have to take care of that, and I did get all mine in the ground because of that. Because I knew I was like, well, I'm gonna have 2 gardens. And a cat.
They're happy as can be now because I'm out there every day taking care of them.
So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to do one more Flosstube through the summer. In 2 weeks, we'll be back. I can't promise that we'll have a lot done, but we'll try.
We'll take off August and then
we'll be back.
Come September 1st, we're starting our swoons and
and I think that first weekend is Labor Day weekend. We'll be back then. We don't do anything.
Mm-mm. Maybe we'll do this is our fall plan.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll do a big time. But we still have one more Flosstube to talk about.
But I know you guys all are busy during the summer too, and I feel like we're kind of like.
I'm like,
buying a lot.
I'll just get up a bunch of stuff and be like, this is what I've been working on. This morning.
No, I did. I've been quilting, so.
I mean, I've got a hill of bark.
She does have a lot to do.
Spreading right now, and it's just like, oh, I love it so much.
It's wonderful.
It makes such a difference having fresh bark. And I got hemlock. I spraying for the hemlock, and honestly, I think it's worth it.
Really?
I do it in flip-flops, and I don't get a single splinter.
Oh, that's cool.
It weighs nothing.
It's really pretty color.
But it's so fluffy, you go to stick a shovel in it and it just kind of bounces back off. It's bizarre. bizarre. It's so bizarre because it's like really ground down. And
Yeah,
so I just
nice.
take a 5-gallon bucket and scoop it into a wheelbarrow and move it. I have a couple books that I found in my garage too.
Yeah, I love it. I got
That we need to look through.
stuff all over here.
Heirloom embroidery that I forgot I had. Which I'm thinking I bought at a garage sale or something.
No.
Did I get it at Barnes & Noble?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I remember you buying that and paying full price for that.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful though. Is she from the UK?
Jan Constantine. Yep. Cheshire countryside.
Yeah.
There's really beautiful stuff in here.
There's gorgeous stuff in there. Strawberries. Well, I mean, that's the French.
So that's a good one. You can probably find that one on Thrift Books. Maybe. And then this one is old school.
It's antique. We've had that since scrapbooking
This is
days.
scrapbooking, yeah. It's Lisa Pace. And we also have, I think, a season Delight in the Details, right? Where it's like holiday
And
stuff.
that you probably could find on, if you're into mixed media.
I think so. I looked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could check on Thrift Books or Discover
She's
Books
got
or
beautiful
whatever.
stuff in here.
I tried to online stalk this lady the other day, trying to figure out if she's been up to anything else.
I think she's
moved on to something else.
I think she's out of Canada. I want to say. But we were obsessed with her stuff when
she's just good.
Back when we were doing a lot more kind of crafty,
mixed media,
definitely
just,
more
really
crafty,
using your craft supplies.
Well,
really,
yeah, because
she even does some embroidery and
we
stuff
have
in here.
a lot, and Heather just unearthed a bunch too. We did get rid of a lot, and I felt really good about it. I don't like it's terrible because I've kind of collected all this stuff. And I'm not using it, so nobody's using it, and I feel really bad about that.
So if you're into scrapbooking, check that out. I mean, these are old books, but if you look through this, it's not like dated, and you can update it with newer stuff.
Yeah. And I've noticed a lot more people are kind of going back towards
paper crafting.
Paper crafting.
A to Z sewing is a really good one too.
I think, did I get you that when you first?
I think you got this for me when you bought my sewing machine for me for Christmas that one year.
Good.
And then
someone had recommended that as a really good book.
This was a Goodwill one. I think the Yelm Goodwill, if I remember correctly.
That's cute. It's got a little bit of everything.
It's got everything in it.
I'm not sure if anybody would be able to find that. That is old. That is
old.
Reader's Digest.
Yeah, this is a cool one.
My mother-in-law still gets that, and we get her mail. And
really?
I go into my husband's office the other day, and there's a Reader's Digest.
1979.
Yeah, and sitting, I'm like, what in the
mint
world?
condition. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I love looking through the old
needlepoint
books.
directions. Really, really cool. And this one's really cool too. Green Craft. This I think was more, it's the magazine. This would have been a Barnes & Noble. This is from 2015. But you look through this too, and it's not dated.
Do you remember date nights on Friday nights when you'd go to Barnes & Noble and stuff?
Yeah, we used to do that. Barnes & Noble and get Starbucks.
We used
or
to
Target. We would do Target a lot too. Not to ever buy anything, just to walk around with our Starbucks. We would typically go to Chipotle at the mall, grab a Starbucks afterwards, and then just go walk around.
Yeah.
Now I have a kid that goes to bed at 7.
Because she has to.
She has to. Or her head spins around on her shoulders and
her fangs come out.
Well, on the 4th of July, we're like, we'll try, she can stay up a little bit later if it's going okay. Well, 6:30 rolls around and she's throwing dirt and giving me a look. And Mac was like, I think we should probably shoot those fireworks off now. I mean, sparklers or whatever. And he's like, because if you didn't just notice, she's throwing dirt even though we told her not to, and it's only going to go downhill from there. That's life.
Anything else? Did you buy anything besides
just those
patterns?
Primrose patterns?
I did. Well, besides my horrible
trying not to
obsession with it's not horrible. I love it. The obsession I had with Nantucket summer. I also did get a couple of these.
We went to Hobby Lobby, I feel like, in between these two, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. I got a couple of these. And now I'm kicking myself because I think I really want the Fat Quarter Bundle. But I talked myself out of it, and I thought, I can make something cute out of these. But now I really want the fat quarter bundle. They are so cute. I love them all. So
I just want the tone-on-tone candy canes.
yeah, I'm telling you, they're really cute. So I may be getting a fat quarter bundle of this. Because it goes so well with the quilt I made last year.
I wish that Shiplap would get some Moda stuff.
They do have Moda stuff. They're starting to.
I wonder if they'll carry this.
I was
out there in a
hoping.
while. I bet they're... Well, they had some Christmas stuff because they had the basic gray.
I've been out there. I went out there the other day.
Was that basic gray? The one that you really liked? That Christmas one?
No. My Mind's Eye.
My Mind's Eye.
And I did decide what to do with my Mind's Eye Christmas. Oh, I put it in the other room now. The old-fashioned Christmas. Someone was asking what I was going to do, and one of my friends from... I love to see all the things she makes, but she just recently did a log cabin, and I thought, what would be better to do than a log cabin with the old-fashioned Christmas? So that is what I've 100% decided to do with mine.
Or a Dresden. But we have a Christmas Dresden.
Yeah, we do. I have collected for that, which are basically the same colors. The old vintage red, green, and white. Did you start you started? Yeah.
I showed it on here before.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't started mine yet because I have the fall one I'm doing and I'm not starting.
I don't have any of them sewn together. I have like the blades made, I think, right?
Yeah, because you had the strings of blades.
I had the strings of them. Yeah.
I definitely am going to do a log cabin with mine, so I know a couple people have asked what I was planning on when I showed the fat quarter bundle.
I think your air conditioning's failing.
Well, we've talked to them about that, so.
Oh, you have?
Yes. Yeah, they are going to come out and check. Because of the vintage of our house, it's 98. Our old house wasn't like this, but sometimes they use smaller venting to go upstairs. Well, that makes a huge difference in a bigger house that, you know.
Yeah, they talked to us about that with the AC.
But
we opted not to get new venting because he said the only difference would be over 100 degrees because we only have one floor. Over 100 degrees, you would only be able to get it down like 20 degrees. And I'm like...
I'm good with 80.
Yeah, I'm like, well,
are we going? Oh, yeah, we're going.
The battery's dying.
Haven't had that happen before.
Our AC got pushed back. It didn't get delivered, and I haven't heard back from them when it's going to be delivered. We got pushed off the schedule, but we kind of expected that to happen, so.
I kind of expected that with my kitchen, but they're like, oh, it's only 2 days behind. And I'm like, cool. Yeah. I mean, I expected, oh, it's 2-3 weeks or 2 or 3 months or whatever. But 2 days, so we're good. It should be going in next week. Not this week, but next week. But I'm living without a kitchen, no sink. And we didn't plan well because we're kind of those people that wait till the last minute. If I had planned better, I would have redid my laundry room first, so we would have had a full-size sink in there. Because that was always the plan, so we bought a lot of temporary stuff. And the sink's like that big. Well, that's a pain to wash dishes. It's a nightmare. So we eat out and try to use napkins or paper, not paper plates. We really don't do that. I just wash my plates in there. So, yeah. Or like last night, we had popcorn for dinner because I just really didn't want to do. Well, we took our stove. Took our stove. I didn't realize we were getting rid of our stove so early, but we rented a trailer. So my husband's like, well, we need to get everything out. And
took it over to our house. Like, cool, we're getting like a fancier stove. Our stove wasn't that old, but this one just looked nicer. Got it all out, listed mine on Facebook, had the guy coming down for an hour and a half to pick up my stove, and my house was built in 1959, so I don't have the upgraded electrical that I needed for we still don't really understand what happened. I couldn't hook up their new stove, though, so then that guy drove down an hour and a half and got their nicer stove for free. So he got
for free because we felt bad about. But it's okay, because it went to a great cause,
really young guy coming down.
Yeah, so that's cool. It worked out.
To his van, and
my thing was I was so happy that my fabric went to a great place.
Yeah, and our scrapbooking stuff too. Like people that just really...
They were really excited.
Yeah.
I had all this stuff that I'd kind of been basically hoarding,
Yeah.
and I just let it all go. And I feel so much better
like
about
big
that
equipment that we just couldn't see ourselves using.
Equipment, a lot of like finishing things for signs or whatever. And it's like, now that I'm in this house, I think, and I don't want to say my style has changed at all, but the things that I can put in here are different. So I was happy to let it go to somebody that's actually going to use it instead of being piled in boxes here. So kind of going through a minimalist feel lately. I won't because it's not my personality really, but I felt really good
it's nice to purge.
Clear out and purge. And when I packed up my kitchen though, I don't have a lot of extra stuff in there. I have very few boxes. I don't have lots of things, so it's been nice to do that and organize. So my iPad is getting ready to die. Yeah. So we're gonna go. Heather's gonna go work out in her yard probably.
Yeah. I ripped out a huge bush, and now the front of my house looks hideous. So
it looks really bare.
It does, but I knew that was going to happen. You got to make stuff ugly before it gets better. I planted a spirea there.
So
but they land in the azalea, which is why that azalea stays. I planted a spirea there 6 years ago, and it was a bare root, and now it was like 6 feet tall. I knew it was going to get too big for there, but I waited way too long to move it because it's just like so beautiful in the spring when it blooms.
It is stunning,
and it kind of kept our front porch private, but it's just like way too big. And I had to move it before I could decide what I want to do there next. And now it's just a mud puddle.
Now that she's made me go to all these garden centers and my garden has jumped the path, I need to go shopping some more for plants.
Come pick up my Shasta daisies because they smell like dirty belly button and it's stinking out my front yard. I've got to move them away from my house. They smell that bad this year.
She bought a geranium that I literally cannot stand.
That smells far better than Shasta daisies.
I don't think so.
Abby goes over and she smells them and she's like, belly button. She'll scream that because they stink. Or like wet dog.
I like them. Away from my house, I've never planted them up close.
They're too close. And it's like the surface of the sun right there. It's so hot. And so when they bake, they just stink. And I want something that smells good by my front windows.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to go.
Yeah. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Nope.
2 weeks, and then we're going to take a little bit of a break. I hope everybody's okay with that. I know you guys know.
So follow us on Instagram, Crafty Cottage Stitches. I'm at White House Stitchery. I'm also at White House Stitchery on Etsy, and I'm having a sale on my patterns right now through the 18th for Christmas in July. And follow us here. Email us if you have questions or comment below.
I really did try to do Christmas in July.
I said I was going to, but then I'm like, I'm not really not into that right now.
No, I'm into fall.
I'm going to be Christmas in August, apparently. So
mine will probably be more October.
Yeah. I haven't seen a lot of people working on Christmas stuff, I don't think.
You haven't been online a lot, then?
I haven't really been online that much either.
No. All right. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.